In this video, I'll be talking about the most asked questions on my LinkedIn that are obviously related to Accenture, how you made into Accenture without even having a technical background. And most of the people assume that I belong from BTech or a degree that is technical. So, no, I have done my bachelor's of business administration, that too in marketing. So, then I got placed as application development associate. So I'm just telling you all of the things so that you might not get confused. So in this video I'll tell you what were the things that were present in my resume and because of which I got shortlisted for this company. So many people ask that can you show your resume once, or they even send me the resumes to see that what are the essential things that are needed for a perfect resume. Because if you don't belong from a technical background, so you might not have all the internships and all that are obviously related to coding and all. So what are all the things that your resume might need if you are not from a technical background? Talking about my resume, it was not that great because when I look at it now, it seems quite bad to me.
No! God, please, no! No!
Because if I want to apply to other companies, so it seems very bad. But at that time, I'll just tell you some things that I kept in mind while applying for Accenture, and some things that helped my resume to stand out of all the resumes and helped me to get shortlisted. So many people get shortlisted for MNCs because their hiring is obviously a mass recruitment is there. But also I'll tell you that if the mass recruitment is there, so there are only 2 to 3 people who actually made into these companies. So please don't have such criteria or assumption in your mind that it's a mass recruitment and everyone gets selected. MNCs have a full different type of rounds, and Accenture particularly has 3 rounds, so you have to clear every single round before actually getting placed and going into this company. So resume plays a very important part because it is the most important part which will literally get you to have access to the particular job that the company is offering. So I'll just tell you some 4 important things that you can keep in mind if you are someone who is having degrees like BBA, BCom, or a non-technical degree and you do not have any experience regarding coding. Because I am the one who was not even having a single bit of experience. I do not know coding, and still I do not know anything about all of these things. Though I work in an IT sector, but there are a lot of things that go on, so it is not compulsory that you will be having a job that would require you to code. So please don't assume anything such like that. Companies come and there are variety of roles offered, and every company even requires people having a non-technical background. And when it comes to entry level jobs, so particularly you can also make a right decision. And if you're not having something in a long time, or you're not having the opportunity in hand, you can go for campus placements. And because there are a lot of entry level opportunities in these MNCs that you can go for if you want something very good for your resume. So please just watch this video till the end, and I'm going to tell you some important points that I had in my resume. So let's just dive into the video. So first and the most important point that literally everyone will tell you that gets placed into a big company, that may include product based companies like Amazon, Google, or Microsoft. So one criteria is literally same for everyone, that is the most important thing in your resume that companies obviously look for, and that is you maintaining a very good CGPA, not having any backlogs. And this just shows that you have literally worked hard in all of your academics. And when you present a good CGPA into your resume, so it has a very positive impact. So a lot of people might think that CGPA does not matter, and it probably happens in tier 3 colleges the most, because the college which I was in and the environment was such that it would literally make you believe that maintaining a decent CGPA is not required, but it is not the case because most of the companies have a specific criteria when they come for the placements, that you need to have a decent CGPA between 7 to 8. So you need to maintain a very good CGPA, and also you need to make sure that you are not having any backlogs, because these companies, when it came for me, it was also having a criteria that you should not have any backlogs and no backlog should be there. Only then you would be able to give this particular assessment of the company. So it is very important for you to maintain a very good CGPA because it obviously has a positive impact, but also there is a criteria for every company, and if you do not fall into this criteria you would not be able to apply. So make sure that you maintain a good CGPA between 8 to 9. So it is very important for you to maintain a good CGPA and do not fall into this trap that CGPA or your marks don't matter. Obviously, they won't matter in school, but they do matter in college, because if you want to crack some on campus placements, then it is a very big criteria. So please make sure to have a very good CGPA between 8 to 9, and it would work very well for you. So let's now come to the second point that is also very common, but most of us fail to complete it or fail to do it, and that is your resume should be having a lot of good internships. And by a lot of good internships, it means that a resume should have 2 to 5 internships, and that to such internships that it would literally create a very good and very positive impact on your whole resume, because doing internships is the only thing that you can make your resume stand out. And when you do not belong from a technical background, you do not have projects that you can show, you do not have anything related to coding that all the technical or students who belong from a technical background have. So for us mainly, we can only concentrate on things like doing internships, and by internships it means doing internships from very good companies, so that the person who is looking at a resume can know that you have literally worked under some good organizations when it comes to internships. So do make sure that your resume is having a good amount of internships. So back into my time, the college offered one good internship, that was a company Edelweiss. So I think that doing internship under them really had a very good impact on my whole resume. So make sure that you are doing a internship in such an organization that it creates a very very positive impact on your whole resume. And 2 to 5 internships are literally the minimum internships that you need to present on your whole resume, because I think that is the only thing that will make your resume stand out. Apart from that, you are literally not having anything. If you are having projects in your particular, or you have done any projects, you can obviously showcase them, but internships do play a very important part. So please make sure that you do a lot of internships. So for me, when it comes to me, I did a lot of internships. Some around 5 to 7 internships were there in my resume, because I made sure that internships are the main thing that I was having to showcase in my whole resume, because apart from that, I was not having anything to showcase in my whole resume. So I did a lot of internships that included in digital marketing, in content marketing, in as a research analyst. So you can literally do a lot of internships and just make your resume look such that you have literally worked into such organizations, and it will just reflect a very positive impact, and it will let the people who is seeing your resume, he would know that before actually coming to the job you have literally worked or interned under some good organizations. So make sure that you are able to do some good internships, because it can literally take you and help you to crack a very good organization or an MNC. So now let's just come to the third point, and that would be co-curricular activities or your experiences or your achievements in college. And yes, they do play a important part when it comes to your resume, because it helps the person to know that apart from being good in academics, you have also participated in numerous activities that has helped you to grow as a person. So it is very important for you to take parts in activities, to volunteer in things, so that you can literally showcase in your resume your experiences and all the volunteering or all the things that you have participated in. And that would also create a very good impact apart from doing internships. This thing is also very important. So at my time, I participated in a number of things that included debates, volunteering into events. So just make sure that you are taking every opportunity that you're having, and so that you can just present that in your whole resume, and the certificates you can showcase them in the resume. Because apart from academics, these things also play a very important role, because the person also sees that how you are balancing your life between maintaining a good CGPA and also volunteering and showing some experiences. That could be anything like certificates, or you volunteering into events, you going to competitions or something. So please make sure that you are also good at it. So coming to my resume, I had a different section for all the volunteering and all the experiences, co-curricular activities that I participated in, and it can obviously create a very good impact on your whole resume. And it is equal to technical people doing some certifications. So for you, you can literally showcase all of these things in your resume, and it could help you to get placed into a good company. So please make sure that apart from maintaining a good CGPA, you also do well when it comes to extracurricular activities and all of these things. So, the last one and the most important point is to have a well crafted resume. And by a well crafted resume, it means that you do not need to make a resume that is literally 2 to 5 pages long. You must only have a resume that is 1 page, not exceeding beyond that. Like most of the people can do make resumes that are of 2 pages. I've heard a lot of people, but I really prefer making 1 page resume, because I believe that the person who is literally seeing to thousands of resumes do not even has time to see your 5 pages of resume. So it is very important for you to craft your resume in such a way that all the points are literally coming into 1 page. So for me, I made a resume that was only for 1 page, and there are a lot of templates available, and I actually preferred a template from Canva, but I won't suggest you, because now when I look at that resume, it seems quite pathetic to me. So there are a lot of templates available. But if you're someone who wants to create their own resume, a very neat and clean resume, you can also do that on your own. Just now I was creating my resume again, so I literally preferred making it on my own, so that it could literally look very neat and clean. Because when the person sees a resume, he should automatically believe that you are a good choice for the organization, because your resume plays a very important part. And if it looks very dull, boring and congested, he would not have a positive impact. So in my case, my resume was of only 1 page, had different sections, it was very neat, clean. I took a template from Canva. So make sure that you are also having a resume that looks very neat, has all the points that I mentioned before that, so that it could have a very good impact on the person seeing the resume and also on you. So make sure that your resume is well crafted, and there are a number of videos and there are a number of people who literally tell about how you can enhance your resume, or how you can make a resume templates. Some few months back I was also seeing all of this, and because of that, then I was able to craft a good resume. So you can see a lot of videos are available on how to make a good resume, because I think resume is the thing that is most important before actually going for any company. So please make sure that you have a very good resume in your hand. So that was all for the video, and this video was specifically for all the management students or the people who do not have a technical background, because I get a lot of DMs from such people who tell me that can you tell what your resume consisted of. So it consisted of nothing related to coding, and all the things whatever I have said are the things that literally were there in my resume, and it can help you if you also want to switch your career into IT domain, or you want to start your career at a very entry level just for the beginning. So these are all the points that can literally help you in having a very good resume. I hope this video helped you all. So let's just end this video here, and before ending this video, do like the video and do leave a comment, because I make these videos on weekends. So please make sure that you are leaving a comment if it is literally helping you in making your resume, or if you want to target a MNC just after your undergraduation. So please do comment, like, subscribe, and let's just meet in the another video. Till the time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and help me reach 1000 subscribers, and like, comment and share if you can.